So we're excited to be uploading our patient. This is Lauren Taylor. She happens to be my daughter. We're uploading her SDL files into the Dental Mile software that belongs to DMG. So this way we can extract the maxillary arch and the mandibular arch, and we're going to fabricate whitening trays for her that are going to be unbelievable. So very excited to do that. The way that we do, we want to make sure that when we're fabricating these, that first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a really good alignment of the model. And basically what that means is we want to make sure we have a tripod here, and that's what you'll see. We've got making sure that things are exactly parallel. We want good draw. And most importantly, what we're going to start with is going to be the mandibular arch here, where I'm going to be almost building a pocket. Again, we do this on a regular basis with our blockout resin whenever we're blocking out a model for whitening trays, and this is basically the same concept. Anytime that we can block out a model, give that patient a little pocketing to help hold the whitening in a really good position, that's going to help us to make sure she gets the best results. So once we've blocked out the model, now what I'm going to do is we're going to go around and really just almost call it a lasso. We're going to lasso these little points, so this way we know exactly, or the printer is going to know exactly where to cut the tray. And just making sure, what I like to do first is I just kind of go around pretty quickly, and then you can just grab each one of these little touch points here, and move the cutting edge of where the printer is going to cut the tray. And this is so simple. Again, it seems like it's taking a little bit longer, but you can see how fast it is. And again, everything we do in dentistry is repetition. Now we've dropped the maxillary arch here, and we're going to do the same thing. I've got my 3 points of contact, or I would say sometimes even 4, but we want that tripod to make sure that, again, we've got a good parallel here. Usually we'll pick 2 areas on the first molar and the 2 centrals. We're going to block out, again, same thing. We're going to block out this area. Now, this was not the best scan, I'm going to be honest. So Lauren's fine with it. She also still has her wisdom teeth, so we're going to basically cut her tray really over the top of that last molar. And I'm just showing here where I went a little too fast, trying to hurry it up. And the beauty of the Dental Mile software is that we can just remove all of the block out and really go back. And again, you can lose yourself here because this is so much fun. But one of the things we only need is just a really small area, again, to have a pocketing where we can hold in that bleach. We just find that patients get such a better result anytime we can use a block out. The other thing is, keep in mind that even if we extend the tray on areas that we're not really happy with, we can still cut, we can still remove, we can still polish. We're going to do that anyway. But I can tell you're going to see how beautiful this tray is, and most importantly, what a great fit it's going to have. It's going to be, seeing is going to be believing. But what I want you to understand is, so many people ask me, how long does it take to design this? Again, the great thing is we're just extracting the files very quickly. We're going to put them on the desktop. We're going to drop them in. I'm going to block out. First of all, I'm going to make sure we've got good points of contact, make sure things are nice and parallel. We're going to block out the areas, and we're going to basically design the tray. And now what we're going to do is just send it straight to our Dental Mile desk MC5 here. This is the latest model, or the newest model. And so I've already sent it to print, and we're going to remove our whitening trays here. Super easy. Now I am still, and these are still delicate, you want to be really careful. So I do take a little bit of time. I have cracked one before. So again, I love the fact that I could, if I had 2 patients, I could basically put all 4 trays on this one platform, which is really cool. But again, we're just going to take a little putty knife. We're just going to remove those. Here, I actually kept them in one piece, so this way it was just easy for me to pick it up and drop it right into the washer. But I'm looking just to make sure that it looks exactly like it was whenever we designed it. And now what I'm going to do first is and I learned this from my trainer, Michael. He said, Shannon, don't waste time. Go ahead and clean all of that off first before you move any further. Just clean off your putty knife, clean off your base plate here, and I'm just going to spray some alcohol on that just to keep things nice and clean. Again, no cross-contamination, always using gloves. I use a ton of alcohol spray, just trying to keep everything, again, nice and clean, nice and neat, clean as you go, so we don't have to wait till the last minute to do that. And then I'm just going to place that little base plate back into the base plate area, and then I'm going to screw that on, and then I'm just going to go ahead and shut it. So this way it's ready for the next patient. Now I'm going to open up the wash here. We're going to place it right into the washer. And one of the things you want to think about is not face up. We want to face down, because as it's washing, we want to get inside all these little nooks and cranny areas. And like I said, I just kept it attached just because it just made it so much easier. Once it finished the washing here, you'll see it's a little bit frosty. I'm going to go and take it and just dry it really good. Unfortunately, I had to take it into the op, dry it off, make sure everything's nice and dry, get rid of all the alcohol carrier and everything there. And now it's really dry and again frosty. We're going to turn it upside down, and here we're going to finish it. And this is going to take probably about 20 minutes total, but this is going to be our little cure oven here. Basically, we're going to place that in there, and again, taking about 40 minutes here for the really start to finish. Now, once everything is complete, I have removed it, and I did separate the upper and lower whitening trays. And I'm just going to rip off, which I maybe here in the photo, actually I think I've already done it. We ripped off the little stalagmites, so just kind of rip those off, and now we're going to polish the tray. I'm using a polishing system here that I really do like, and I can tell you that this one is so easy. There's a two-step to it, and again, super easy to utilize, just polishing those. And we're going to have a separate training just on polishing these. There's a lot of ways to do this, but this happens to be from Comet. I just found that it was so easy, smooth. You don't have to use a lathe, just 2 polishing steps here, and it's going to be smooth as glass. And I can tell you that I always ask patients, how does it feel? Make sure that when we try it in, they run their tongue across it, which you'll see. But the great thing about printing these trays is there's hardly really anything to polish. I mean, this takes seconds. Again, I'm an overachiever. I want to make sure I'm over polishing, as you can see some of the remnants, but I can tell you that I want to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. And here we're going to try these in on Tanya. Now, Tanya has had other whitening trays in the past, just conventional whitening trays. So I was really excited to hear how she felt about these, and most importantly, what she thought about the difference in the fit.
They're great. They feel so comfortable. Much more comfortable than my other ones.
What do you think would be the difference between these and the other one?
The difference is how smooth the edges are, how much I trim the other ones. There's always still a ledge that irritates mostly my upper. I actually think that these I could sleep in.
Really?
Where I couldn't with the other ones, because areas would be poking in, or they would get warped, and that would mess up the edges too. I just really had a problem with the edges. I feel like I could wear these so much longer. Yeah, they feel really good.
So here they are, and again, I just wanted you to see them up close before we let Tanya take them home. And one of the things that she has said to me is, when she takes them out, she has noticed that the bleach is staying in place, and that is so important for us to have a great result, a really impactful before and after. So I'm really excited to share that before and after with you, but most importantly, share with you how easy this is and how great it is, but most importantly, what reflection that has on us with designing and really printing amazing whitening trays. And this is from DMG. You need to definitely check this out. And like I said, just the process itself was so effortless. I'm so excited to deliver the quality, and most importantly, having something that I know patients are going to give us the great feedback, just like Tanya did.